Shabbat Shalom, Sabbath peace, Shalom Laha Alahayim, peace to the gods, Tawa Bawakwa, good morning, Nawathan Kal, Halalim La, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha HaKodash, giving all praises to Yahweh, in the name Yahweh Shai, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors unto the elder apostles, the elder bishops, and the heads and elders of all the camps of Great Millstone GMS who do rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect, the tabernacle of David, the Mayab, the water, scattered abroad, those spirits predestined for election, starting with the governing body in the kingdom to come, 144,000, 12,000 men, prophets of each tribe of Israel, as well as the innumerable multitude of men, women, and children outside the office of a prophet scattered abroad. This is your brother Tazapanya of the Great Millstone, Washington, D.C. camp. Adawan, Ratazah, Lord willing. This meditation before the plantation in transit, quick hit digital epistle is edifying to the elect. So, as y'all can see in the topic, man, you know what I mean? Hey, Shalom, Akim, Shalom, Yabashim Yahushua Barakatham, Basham Rachakodash. As y'all can see in the topic, it says, big, beautiful bill, Alligator, Alcatraz, and Deportations. Just a couple of little current events that's going on right now that I wanted to bring out, comment through the spirit, right? Because the scriptures say that we should not be ignorant of a great nor small matter, you know, because Jake don't even know the contents of this big, beautiful bill. They don't even know that the United States is basically setting up concentration camps, calling it ICE detention centers, you know, where there's a moat, a riverbed that surrounds the compound, where they filled it up with alligators, man. Yo, if you can't really understand the wickedness, the evil of this goddamned devil, Esau Edom, all right, the so-called white man, self-proclaimed Caucasian man, and I don't know, man, you know, because you still got false doctrines out there that Esau is Japheth, or the white man is Japheth, or Esau is the Arabs, or Esau is nothing but reddish brown black men, or whatever the fuck, man. But I looked up, read a couple articles and things of that nature. The big beautiful bill, like I was saying, is nothing but an extension of the Build Back Better with Sleepy Creepy Jim Crow Joe. Even though his was geared more towards green energy, he cuts that green energy in the big beautiful bill, but it also cuts away at what did they say, 1.3 trillion of SNAP, EBT, basically public benefits, man. You know, and then people was criticizing it that it's going to advantage the rich and disadvantage the poor. Now, who's the poor? So if a brother want to post Isaiah chapter 10 verses 1 and 2, Baba Kusha, do that, because when you go into the scriptures and when you see fatherless, when you see poor, it's really talking about the Israelites, man. You know, because when the Most High, who was supposed to be our father, yet we didn't listen to him, he turned his back away from us. So in a sense, it was like we had no fathers, like we was like an orphan, man. You know, everybody else got their own God, and we have our power, but yet we chose not to worship him, so we suffer the consequences. But anyway, and then I know I said it in the last video too. There's a reason why they're choosing this B's, big beautiful build back better. They doing it in threes. A lowercase b, it looks nothing but like the number 6. So it just shows you Esau's behind it. Big beautiful bill is 666. Okay. Let's see, brother posted it. The water, bro. This is from Tazadakta. Shalom. Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and the decree is legislation, it's a law given by a king. And this king, which I was going to get to too, Isaiah 19, what is it, verse 4? The fear, it might be a little bit later down. The fierce king and the cruel lord. All right, the king of Babylon, which is Nero, Trump. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. Right? So they purposely beforehand, before they let it out, they knew that it was going to be grievous. All right. You know, when one of your loved ones die, what do? Uh, you take a moment to grieve. You take time to grieve. All right. So these things that they've written is going to cause pain, as if somebody died, man. You know, because imagine you got, which is all judgment. We understand that in the truth, but you know, because for the most part, it's going to be like single mothers and, you know, Keisha, you know, that type of shit. Maria, Pocahontas, they're going to be on some, yo, you know what I mean? Because you got 2, 3, 4, 5 children or more with 2, 3, 4, 5 baby daddies or more. And, you know, these benefits is being taken away. That's another one. What is that? Isaiah 32. There's a bunch of precepts in Isaiah now that is coming out, you know, where the vintage shall fail, you know, and this thing got passed. The Vice President J.D. Vance did the tie-breaking vote, you know, where it got passed, man. And this is why supposedly Nero, Trump, and Elon is publicly beefing again, where he was basically like, yo, Elon was like, yo, they passed it, and you know, something about the primaries, and he's going, you know, as the last breath he takes, as if he's like predicting that he's about to die soon or something like that, that he's gonna take it out or something. Like, I don't know, you know, it's all theater too at the end of the day. But these agendas are still really being pushed, you know. Because and then Nero comes back like, yo, a reporter asked him, do you think you could deport Elon? Because, you know, Elon is an African American. He was born in South Africa, and I don't know if he's naturalized or a citizen or whatever. I don't know, you know, his private business or whatever, but, you know, he lives in America, you know. This is how you know them terms is bullshit, because like a white South African, they can still be classified like as a you know, some dumb shit like that, right? But anyway, continuing on in verse 2, it says to turn aside the needy from judgment, right? Remember, it said that we should go unto our enemies in want of all things. So that makes you needy, right? It's a necessity. All your necessities is acquired by your enemy, because you don't own shit. You don't manufacture shit. You don't have an army for shit. And Salaki, if I'm a little you know, excited this morning. But you know, it's just I was watching a couple videos last night. You know, the apostles, elders, seeing some brothers' videos. Salakia. And this thing is going to happen quicker than we know, man. You know, it's almost unfathomable, and it's crazy because you know this is the moment that we've been waiting for. So this is not a time to slack. This is not a time to, um, you know, you know, fall off. Take your hands off the plow. You know, this is where we're really going to be tested of our faith and shown that we need a savior, Yahweh Shah. You know, but it says, and to take away the right from the poor of my people. All right, who's the Lord's people? The Israelites. That widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. Right. So this big beautiful bill literally does that when you go into it. From all the TikToks that I've seen, you know, that they claim to do the Doge to cut back money. So what they really did was they was like, yo, we spending too much money over here, so we're going to cut back over here and take all that money that we so-called saved and put it over here, and even increase more spending on that side as well, because that's what's going down. You know, because a lot of money is going into the AI farm out there in Texas that they building. They're trying to be the number one AI, you know, this crypto capital that Trump wants to do. Still be the hammer of the earth, as it says, what is that in Jeremiah, regarding military power, increasing, you know, money into the military industrial complex. You know, so Esau's getting ready. We know what he's getting ready for, but Jake again got his head stuck in the sand, you know. So then now going on to the Alligator Alcatraz. This is how you know, man. This is Esau, man. You know. So the scriptures talk about in Revelation, which is funny because we're actually about to go into it today, as a camp for class in Revelation 13. But if what is that? Revelation 13 and 11, where it talks about, and I saw the beast come out the sea, having two horns, right? Like a lamb, talking about the power structures of the Roman Empire, the plebeians and the patricians, which is now your Democrats and Republicans, your left-right paradigm, conservative, liberal, far right, far left, whatever, as a lamb, as if it's for the people, and they're writing laws and doing things for the people, a docile animal, but speak as a dragon. And that dragon goes into Dracon or Draco, right, referring to the ancient Greek general that would kill or imprison for menial misdemeanors, basically. So, for instance, You come into this country on some real, trying to make your family's life better type of thing. Let's say you did do it illegally. That is a crime according to their legislation. Is the correct punishment being put in a concentration camp, sleeping on bunk beds, with some wicked ass COs and no yard time? And if you try to escape, you might be eaten by an alligator, or you get shipped off into a cargo plane and the bottom opens up for parachuting, but yet they didn't equip you with a parachute. So you can't tell me the Bible is not real, man. These are draconian measures. Okay, illegal immigrant, cool. Is it death? Is death the correct punishment for it? And notice that he's not doing it for nobody else other than you Israelites. Starting off with the northern kingdom, and now it seems like they're going with the southern kingdom, man. And if that video that has been going viral with Levi, the so-called Haitians, if anybody know Haitians, they don't play, man. When it's especially a group of all Haitians, and you think you're just gonna bum rush in there and act like, oh yeah, you about to take this thing over? Nah, man. They still got that bloodline in the spirit that goes back to 1804 with Toussaint and them, man. That zeal that really goes back to Phineas, if I'm not mistaken, in the Old Testament. When Jake niggas was on their bullshit, and Phineas took that spear and smote him through, man. So, we're at the crux of this thing, man. We're literally at the pinnacle of all hell breaking loose. Hey, the water for the Isaiah 32, yeah. Rise up, ye women that are at ease, hear my voice. Ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. So how are you daughters supposed to be giving ear unto the Lord's speech? By the men that he set up as his mouthpiece. You see, wisdom crieth without, she uttereth a voice in the streets. So those that are on the streets that has the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Bible, which is the word of the Lord, because Yahweh Shah was written in the volume of the book, and the Spirit is working with those men to break it down properly. You're supposed to be listening unto them and rise up spiritually from your low vibrational, black culture, right? And start moving away from that westernized thinking and going back to your original Eastern custom as Israelite women, right? Verse 10, many days and years shall ye be troubled, which is just denoting a certain amount of time. Ye careless women, right? Because you don't have no care in this world, as if these things can't be taken away from you. That's like you buying your daughter an iPad, all right, or a cell phone, or your son a PS5, but they moving very nonchalant with it and not doing what you say, as if you not the one that bought that shit for them. Like, little nigga, I will take that shit from you. That, you know what I mean? And will. So this is how the Lord is with all of this stuff, because you didn't produce these things on your own. This free welfare, foods that you can buy, healthcare, because all these things is not free. In the sense of like you gotta sign up for it, you gotta do this, you gotta be, somewhat of an upright citizen. You gotta like damn near worship the image of the beast. You gotta cooperate with this system, The first one being back all the way back, you can't have a man in the house, But it says that the gathering, the venture shall fail, and the gathering shall not come. So when you go into that big, beautiful bill, they literally cut all the vintage. They cut all the gathering. Specifically for you women, that was prophesied in the scripture. So when that shit go down, we don't want to see TikToks and Instagram Reels and Facebook Lives with them alligator tears talking about how I'm going to feed my 5 children. I'm a mother. As if them 5 children don't have 5 daddies. So a lot of things is going to switch up, man. Jake, oh man. It's like, and then they end in that birthright citizenship. Nobody. I was watching Elder Yasharamba's video last night, man. I'm like, yo, like, man, bro, man, oh man. This is really draconian measures, bro. Because really anybody is at risk of getting, and then who's going to be the number one target? Jake. Why you think they're going to be going into houses like madmen, sparing none? You could be born in this country, bro, and it don't mean shit. Showing you that, well, first, according to the 14th Amendment, they had it up on the screen that what Reverend, whatever, Esquire, lawyer, civil rights attorney, whatever. 14th Amendment says, born all persons, some born in the country, and subject. He didn't bring that out yet. I didn't watch the whole video. It says subject to the jurisdiction thereof, right, are citizens. So if you call yourself a U.S. citizen, that means you're subject. What does subject mean? You're under the authority. You're a slave, really. Because if you're my subject, you're my slave. You put somebody in subjection, right? You are a slave to the jurisdiction. So to the system, you're slave to this. If you call yourself an American citizen, you are a slave to the corporation of the United States of America. And they can do what they see fit. This is Esau's kingdom. So they could do whatever the fuck they want, man. Send a kill team. And what are you doing, bro? I don't know if brothers remember, man. This is when I was in Colorado, though. I think it was an ICE agent. I could be mistaken, but I think it was an ICE agent. And I think it was a girl. Could have been a guy. But it came up. I don't know if it was on like Band TV or Natural News or whatever, but it was a video. And no, remember the ICE agent? I think it was an ICE agent that committed suicide and had a letter saying the things that was about to come on the earth, right? That what they're going to do is when the electricity goes down, then nobody can use cell phones to record and this and that and the third. And then they're going to be sending out these mercenary type kill teams to go and squad up and round up people that is a threat to the new system coming on board. I don't know if brothers remember that. I've been looking because I did a video on it, and I was looking through my history. I was going to repost it, but if any brother, know it, put that in the comment or send that to me, man. If y'all remember that, it was like 2, maybe almost 3 years ago. Me and the brother out in Colorado Springs, Azara, was going into it, I think. But it's funny how we coming into them times now, and then now they're talking about these cyber attacks, right? Which I still think is the number one tool that is going to be used as a crisis that they're not going to let waste, that is going to be self-inflicted and orchestrated to bring about the digital system, go at certain people, reconstruct the internet how they want it, so on and so forth, so on and so forth. But hey, we gotta redeem the times because the days are evil, man. Be circumspect. And that's enough. That's what I should have put in the title too. July 4th, man. All right. All this, some alleged biological, war to the fair, and nothing might happen, but we have to be aware and conscious of these type of things. But it's what we should know by now. It's not a good idea, to be in no heavily populated area, watching some fireworks and things of that nature. We at the end of the world, man. So you got to move like it. There's a reason why Paul said, I think Ezra said it too, those that buy as if they, or sell as if they buy not, those that wise as if they have not, for the fashion of this world passeth away. I know Paul said in 1 Corinthians chapter 7. I think Ezra said it in 2nd Ezra 16. So, but I'm pulling up to my destination. Lord willing, that was edifying. It's just, I think we all can feel it. Tapped in the tech. Con, yeah, bro. Come on, bro. This thing is about to pop. I don't see the prophets on the corners too much longer. So you better get in this wisdom while it lasts, because the famine of the word is definitely on its way, man. The Lord's going to remove that, and next thing you know, the doors of mercy is closed at that point. You know what I mean? So, stay vigilant, stay diligent, and Lord willing, we can get out of here soon, man. We just gotta push this chip. Man. So with that, I'm gonna say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua. Call Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. On to the next one. Shalom.